Good morning, everyone. This is Lindsey Huddleston back in the building with another SPS Monday Motivation. That's right, guys. We are doing it. It is July 22nd. That's right. You blink and the calendar keep moving. Life keep going. So whether it was a good day or a bad day, we got another day. I'm here to talk to you, hopefully keep you encouraged going forward. And what is today's topic? It's stressful to be successful. That's right. Say it again. It's stressful to be successful. And where did I get that line from? I tell you, I either pulled from the headlines of my personal life, but in this case, shout out to Spitta Andretti. Who am I talking about? None other than New Orleans-based rapper Currency, who's been out for some time. He was considered underground, but hey, brother, I gotta apologize to you. I slept on you for a long time, my brother. I'm going through your track list now, your playlist of tracks that go back 7 years, 13 years. And just one of the lines that he's dropped, it's stressful to be successful. But I have to say that I got my brother Aaron Mays in the building. Good morning, brother Mays. You good? We out here doing our thing. I always got your picture on deck, brother. That's my brother right there, Aaron Mays, doing well. Aaron, I struggle with this topic because as much as I enjoy hearing it and I was inspired when I heard him drop that in one of his lines, I had to think about that, and I had to be kind of cautious because I do know that my approach is I didn't want to own that completely by saying, yeah, if you're going to be successful, got to be stressful. It doesn't always have to be that way, but that's part of the process, and boy, we've seen some stress. Aaron, if you was watching USA basketball, I know you probably got a little stress, when we saw South Sudan, challenge USA basketball in the exhibition game going forward, so there was a little stress there. LeBron said he loves to be tested. I got Michelle Mimi Watkins in the building. Good morning, Michelle. Hope you're having a great day. We're enjoying this great weather. It's stressful to be successful is the topic, but I was telling our good brother Aaron that I had to really think about that before I jumped on it because I was wanting to be careful not to own that. And boy, if you want to talk about other stresses going on in the world for some people who pay a lot of attention to the political thing. Oh, got my brother Kevin Marshall right here. Good morning, brother. Got my folks rolling in, man. I'm a very fortunate person. I got some great people on my timeline checking in. Great people in their communities, great people in their households, all the way around. But talking about today's topic, Kevin, it's stressful to be successful. I just had to be mindful. And if you weren't living on a rock, it's a big talk about the presidential election. They say you always got to be careful talking politics. And I'll be mindful of that. But whether it's the Democratic Party and what they've been going through, or people on the other side and what they're going through, it is stressful to be successful. But I want us to be able to find solace in that and be able to get some hope. Now, I did some research. Everything I do is research-based despite how I feel. And one of the resources I found was really unique. It was Winona. Actually, it's a women's health magazine. And it talked about 12 tips for managing stress. And I thought that was interesting because before I even found out what the origin of the information was coming from, I found some great information. So here's what I want to talk to you about stress. Most people experience some level of stress and anxiety in your life. Okay, according to the American Psychological Association, 77% of adults experience moderate to high levels of stress. 77% of adults, that's a lot. That's just about everybody. You talk about 77%. And then talk a little bit more about stress. What is stress? That's a term that's so often used, but the question becomes, what is it? Stress is the feeling of being overwhelmed or unable to cope with mental or emotional pressure. It is a natural response to challenging or dangerous situations in our body's way of protecting us from harm. That's interesting. Our body's way of protecting us from harm. When we are stressed, our body releases hormones to help us react quickly and effectively to the situations at hand. Of the many hormones that are released when we are stressed, the most important are adrenaline and cortisol. You know what that adrenaline is like when you feel a certain way, you get going. Hey, I got my brother saying Harrison Grinch 2024 and Gretsch. Yep, I'm talking about Big Gretsch. Yeah, is the country ready for two women leading it? I just put that out there because privately people have these conversations. Let's see. Got my mother here. I'm up. Good morning, son. She's the one who put me on game. She be giving me the call, saying, hey, this is what's going on in the political world. Mine will be on it. But we'll see what's going on with who comes out with this new opportunity for a new presidential and vice presidential candidate on the Democratic side. Also, too, it's important to reduce stress in your life, obviously, but it can be challenging to know how. If you're researching for the following to help manage stress, check out these following tips. And I'm going to share a few tips to help you with the stress. You know, Huddle Solution, we always about, no stress. We want to put you in that stress-free zone, even though it's just a regular part of our life. These are some things that can help you in reducing stress. One is identify the circumstances or conditions that increase your stress. Many times we don't do that. Talking to people who got relationships and all that kind of stuff, you come home and you mad and you stressing, and your partner like, what's wrong? And many times it's like wherever you are, they end up getting the brunt of it instead of taking those steps back. So what really pissed you off? What really got you going? Is something that's coming up? Is something that's going on? But there's a big opportunity for you when you can identify the source of the stress. I think that's important. I laugh. I think about some of my friends. They say the stress is coming from you. Not necessarily me in particular, but I think that's important. But that's also an accountability phase because you got to be able to address, okay, where is this stress really coming from? Am I misdirected? My response? Then we got to talk about important things. Rest, exercise, and eat a healthy diet. I don't have to emphasize this, folks. My daughter and I hung out this weekend. She's going on a big trip soon, so we just hung out, man. Me and the couch were best friends this weekend. And I got to tell you, man, it was good. It was good just to sit back and just chill, and I did get my exercise in. I got on the bike, got out and about, and I think that's important. Eating a healthy diet. I can send you a picture. I had just asparagus and shrimp in the deep fryer, in the air fryer rather, and it's not what people may be drawn to every day, but just trying to stay healthy as we get older going forward. Another way to reduce that stress, advocate for yourself by communicating your needs and setting boundaries. I don't think we do this enough. We don't advocate for ourselves. We have some people who will spend all day long, whether it's at the job, or, in the community, doing everything for everybody else. But they never advocate for themselves. They feel it's not right. Or you waiting on somebody to advocate for you, and you be waiting that day and never go come. We'll say February 30th, 1919 never, 1990 never. So you got to keep that in mind, and also setting boundaries. It's okay to say, look, that's not going to work for me. And I think a lot of times it's all about having the language to use. Another one I've shared with someone, like, I won't be able to show up for you the way you expect me to. There's a lot of things you can work on to set them boundaries in your life, and not people just keep going. Because if you're good at what you do, people will keep drawing and pulling from you till you set those boundaries, okay? And then now you stressing because you failed to set a boundary on something you can be proactive about. And now people are like, dang, what's up with you? What's going on? Because you didn't go and be proactive and advocate for yourself and set a boundary. Another thing we could talk about, simplify your schedule and prioritize what's most important. Yeah, easier said than done, but break it down like, okay, if you only got 3 things to get done today, what are those 3 things going to be? 3 things from a list of 20. If you simplify that and prioritize what's important and say, well, if I do this, this takes care of this, and all those things are important, that helps. I'll tell you something. Make that list, whether it's on your phone, I will say even writing on paper at times, but when you check off that list, you kick off them endorphins and say, okay, I'm making progress, I'm getting things done, and that should help reduce the stress, right? Also, a few more things. Take breaks during extended periods of work and study. That's important. Sometimes we want to grind. I got to get it done. And we have this attitude of, man, if I just keep grinding, I'll get it done and we'll be straight. But you got to better take breaks at times. You got to better pull back from some of this stuff. Walk around, let your mind, reset for a second. Take a break, take a walk, just chill out for a second, then get back at it. Because I told one of my good friends back in law school years ago, I said, ain't nobody going to throw you a parade for taking 25, 30 hours just to graduate one semester earlier, and it was just something that we have to keep in mind. We set these goals, and that's good, but don't put yourself in the position that you can continue to stress going forward. Progressive muscle relaxation, I thought this was really good. It made us look weird, but I said if you want to be successful, you'll do a lot of different things. Like let those muscles breathe. Stretch yourself out a little bit, You know those feelings when you take a deep breath that we rarely do, and you feel so relieved. Well, keep that in mind. Also practice deep breathing. Can't get away from that. We run, and we got this shallow breathing. That's what we do as adults. But practice some deep breathing to give yourself some time, because I want to go back to the original point about my man Currency saying it's stressful to be successful. I know it is, but it doesn't have to be. The stress can be there, but we also can work to reduce the stress. I just talked about the impact that stress has on our lives, and we have to be conscious, because if you listen to my voice, that means we're steady maturing and moving on in life, and you got to be able to manage that stuff, because there's so many other factors that come into play. And I don't want my folks to be so stressed out. They say 77% of Americans are stressed. Okay, stress is a natural occurrence, but you can manage that. It's stressful to be successful, but you always have to be. You don't always have to be stressed, and you can work and manage that stress. Like I say, identifying where it's coming from, practice deep breathing, help exercise, and and it may not be you about to run a marathon. It may, just like I tell you guys, park a little bit further in the parking lot. You know, I got Whole Foods right around for me. I'm fortunate for that. But when I park, man, I park so far back in the parking lot. The only time I parked close is when I had the handicap sticker when I was recovering from knee surgery. But park, give yourself a little time to walk a little bit extra. Get out there, you know, enjoy this weather. I know my mom be tearing Belle up. She's probably going to be there in a second. Got my brother, Ezra Bell, Grand Rising fam. How you doing, brother? Good to see you on this morning, man. Representing, man. All is well, man. It's stressful to be successful. That's right. You want to be successful, it's going to be some stress. It's a natural occurrence, but I want to talk to you about how you manage that. Manage that stress. Just because you start out stressful don't mean you got to stay that way. One of the first things I said is identifying where this stress is coming from. There got to be some accountability. It's not fair to your partner or your friends that the stress that you really have coming from somewhere else ends up rolling down on them. That ain't right. That ain't cool. You wouldn't want that. So what else can I say to you guys? But hey, let's just have a great day, man. There's so much going on in the world as always. But hey, be appreciative of the little thing. Be appreciative of your family. Be appreciative of your friends. You know, just be appreciative of just being able to get out and walk. And if you're having some issues, just look at where you are right now compared to what it can be like. And we can find a positive way to turn things around going forward. I want to wish you all the best. I want to wish that all your dreams come true with the work you do. I got my GP in the building. Donald Davenport, can I live? What's going on, man? It's so good to see you, brother, representing so well our nation's finest, no doubt. A number love, brother, and can I live is right. Follow your dreams, man, and do it. You want to follow somebody who's doing it, look at my guy Donald Davenport representing out the DMV, but always representing Detroit, his home, and Alpha Phi Alpha. Number love. Be blessed, my brother. You be blessed as well, man. I appreciate all you guys. I'm going to wrap it up. We'll get out and get this day started. Got some great things happening. Hey, I appreciate your love and support, and I appreciate what you're going to do for yourself because I got a number of great people watching. With that being said, Lindsey Hudson with SPS. See you next time. Peace.